Hi, champ. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Woo woo. Thanks, dude. Same to you.
Thank you. Now, I just wanted to get your thoughts on headlining what's possibly one of the biggest Bellator events definitely in recent years, if not of all time.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It's just proven that all the hard work, the time I took to really develop and grow as a martial artist is starting to pay dividends. And for Scott Coker to believe in me to headline this event is just a dream come true. I'm honored first and foremost, and for it to be on Cinco de Mayo, it's paying homage to my culture, and I'm very thankful for that.
And without overlooking Sergio, we've spoken to a number of other 135 pounders this evening. Who do you feel that is best and next in line should you get past Sergio on Friday?
Oh, 100% Horiguchi. That's a fight I deserve. That's a fight that I've been working towards. And, and that's a fight that the fans deserve. Like, we need to make this happen, and it needs to be happening. Granted, I get through this fight. Sergio Pettis is no slouch either. These two guys are some of the best 35s outside myself.
Lenny?
How's it going, Juan? How are you?
Good, Lenny. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing great at the moment. I'm not too sure if you know, but the infamous MMA TV series Kingdom, you was on it, you was on the cast, but not too long ago it came to primetime TV on Netflix. But as of the 31st of April, end of last month, it got taken off. So I was very disappointed. But how could we get that back on primetime TV? And what was the experience like being on the show?
I think it's a dead deal. Like, I don't think it's coming back on anytime soon. But, it was obviously a great show and something that fans got to see a side of, like addiction and, things that were very authentic in real life, that happened in real life, that we're seeing unfold in front of our eyes, got to be played in a Hollywood movie. And, actors got to experience that, like walk with fighters that had these problems. And that's why it was so real and compelling to MMA people, because they felt for them. It drew their attention. They really understood what they were going through. And so for the MMA community to have those stories be told and it possibly be your story, I mean, it was heartening and very well put together by Byron Velasco and the crew.
I 100% agree. That was one of the best TV shows I've seen in a long while, and especially when it was MMA, it kind of it felt even better. But that's all I had for you today. Good luck this weekend. I hope it all goes well and you come home safe to your family.
Appreciate it. Thank you. You too.
Gareth?
Good evening, Juan. It's London calling again.
What's up, London? How you doing, baby?
Very good, thank you. We had Sergio on earlier, your opponent, the challenger, on Friday night, and he was saying that he doesn't always have a game plan, and I completely get this, and I'm sure you will, that it's all about he's done all his training, it's all about being present in the moment. I know you're very much about that as well, but you're also an incredible strategic fighter, as every great Spaniard, every great gladiator is. What's the difference then when that bell sounds in those 25 minutes? What's going to be the difference between you winning and him winning?
Me making sure I push my pace, making sure I go out there and get in his face and then let him know he's in a dogfight. Like, I got to get hit. I got to go in there and hit him back. Like, he has to know that I'm not going anywhere when he hits me. Like, I'm going to be right there. We're both going to be right there. And it's going to be 25 minutes. Like, yeah, we're going to both scrap for 25 minutes for the fans, and there's going to be some dancing going on. There's going to be some footwork. There's going to be some managing of the ring. But as soon as you have those collides and those collisions, there's going to be some leather being thrown, and then there's going to be some movement again, and there's going to be some cut off and some ring toss. And I just got to make sure I'm ahead of those collides and make sure that I end on those collides and move on my time.
Yeah, we've already seen some amazing finishes from you in your career. The highlight reel that they put together on you at the moment is extraordinary. We've also seen you dig into the deepest trenches to go 5 rounds with people. You've got incredible skill sets. You've lost once in a million years in 157,000 fights. No, it feels like that. And that was only by decision, wasn't it? And it's against the champ. You've got an incredible resume. You're an incredible person. I've had the privilege of speaking to you late in the night before. You are a very deep human being. Does it mean more to you than to be remembered as a champion, or that you brought amazing fight nights that people remember forever, the great fights that people remember?
I think, when you have those performances, that's what makes you a champion, not a belt around your waist. You could go through and have, like Diego Sanchez, you really feel you feel for the guy. He's went out there and he's a champion. And guys like that, Cub Swanson, Diego Sanchez, Clay Guida, like those guys never held the title, but those guys are champions because they go out there and they put their emotions on their sleeves. They're real people. They're guys that you could relate to, guys that are battling adversities, guys that could overcome adversities, guys that could step up to the challenge when these questions are being answered or asked. They're there to have answers for you. And sometimes it doesn't go your way, but that doesn't mean you're not a champion. Every fighter that steps into that cage is an automatic champion. And so that's what I want to be remembered as, a person that went out there and gave it his best shot, whether I won or lost. But guess what? I stepped up to the plate. I stepped up and I did something that a very small percentage of the people would do. And that's go out there and either be embarrassed or go in there and do the embarrassing thing to people.
Brilliant words as always. Go well on Friday, champ. Cheers. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mason?
Hey there, Juan. This is Mason from the Sports Sesh podcast. How are you doing today?
Good, Mason. How you doing, buddy?
I can't complain, man. I've seen in a lot of your fights, you've gone the distance before. Do you believe we're going to see a dominant 25 minutes from yourself, or are you looking to get Sergio out there as quick as possible?
No, because I'm not scared of a fight. I like to go in there. Again, I've been training for a fight since November. And it was supposed to happen end of December. It's supposed to happen in March. Kept getting postponed due to not our circumstances or Bellator circumstances, but on the other end. And so, to be robbed 25 minutes of fighting and not know when you're going to fight again, that's not for me. I'm going to go out there. And obviously, if a finish happens, it happens. I'm more than thrilled, but I'm not going to force it. I'm not scared of a fight. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fight for 25 minutes.
As we know, Sergio is a very tough guy. What skills do you possess that will win you this fight?
Well, I think we all possess a little bit of different strategies. Of course, we're all fighters, but my durability, my heart is going to speak for itself come Friday night, and that's something I'm bringing with me in that cage, and that's something that it's going to be hard for people to take away from.
Breeze?
Hey, Juan, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze. I wanted to ask you, you're obviously a very decorated fighter. You're coming in with a decorated opponent. You and Pettis have both spoken highly of each other as characters and as competitors. Should you get past him in this next bout, who do you think is most deserving of the next title shot, in your opinion?
In my opinion, deserving-wise is Horiguchi, obviously, but the fight needs to happen. It's going to happen. And, it's going to be in summertime. Granted, I get through this tough task at hand.
Right on. Thanks so much.
Kachi?
Hi there, Juan. Happy Cinco de Mayo, first of all. So this is Kachi from Jiu-Jitsu Mag. I just wanted to ask you your opinion on this. I've noticed one thing about 135, which is that regardless of what promotion it is, no one has really defended the belts in any of these promotions more than 2, maybe 3 times. So I'm not sure if you knew that WEC, WEC, UFC, so that was TJ, one championship, even at Bellator. So do you think there's a reason for this? And if there is, are you going to be the guy to break that streak and go for the 3 or the 4 title defenses?
I never even knew that. So congratulations on you. I've seen that. That's a really good statistics. But that would be awesome, of course, and I think the reason why is it's just an evolving sport. You got so many guys and so much talent there, and just the athletic capability of some of these lighter weights is just phenomenal, right? You go in there and it could be anyone's night, whether you get caught in submission, get slept, whether it's a decision, bad call by the refs, bad call by the judges. It's just you never know what's going to happen when you go in there. So that's pretty cool. Good job on you.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly ask you as well. I know one of your losses has come to Pitbull. are you even thinking about that 145-pound division? I mean, you know, coming down, you said that this is obviously not the easiest weight class for you to make, even though you're comfortable here. Are you looking for it in the future? Is that maybe that's the reason that you might not make that 3 or 4 title defenses here? Like, are you looking at that 145-pound belt as well?
I think he's going to be coming down if he gets through AJ, you know, and I think that'll be a cool matchup because, you know, to get the rematch for one, and then for two, I think that solidifies me a little bit better into having the rematch that I'm well deserved, just because of the things that happened that were outside of our circumstances before the fight. And so I think we owe it to the fans to put on a real fight and, you know, not start off in the fourth round as the first round should have been. So, you know, granted, we both take care of business, lead up to the fight comes, but who knows, man? You never know. Things, like you said, 135 is a mysterious division.
Nate?
Yes, sir. Meditation is seemed very important for you for this fight camp. The Soma Dome appears to be a big part. Can you take us through what you've been visualizing during your meditation?
Oh man, yeah. So you always try to find your weaknesses inside your camp. Like, I've always had a little bit of a weakness on not being able to be coached through meditation or visualization. Has been hard for me. Like, I feel like I visualize better when I'm in contact. So I'm all, you know, when you're relaxing, recovered, and wherever you are, you're always on your phone looking at things. Well, for me, I'm a biohacker, or I try to be, and I always look on different tools and strategies and you know, my teammates and I, Cub, we bounce off each other, like different ideas on like how to strategize or how to game plan. Well, I came across this company that Somodome, who claimed that they had one of the best tools to utilize visualization, meditation, and being able to incorporate that into your everyday programming. And so sitting in there and being coached by a coach that's on a headphone set on an app, it's been real powerful stuff. I mean, the guy that set it up for me told me, he said, be careful. This is very powerful. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, and it brings out your deepest insecurities. It brings out realized visualizations that you're dreaming of. And it makes you dream of it at night. It's crazy. It's like you're subconsciously thinking about it in your dreams when you're just driving. And then when you're at practice, you're thinking about combos all the time, thinking about, while you're in there meditating, you start thinking about the fight and how it could play out, how many different ways, you know, what strategies they could come at you with. And then all of a sudden it consumes you, you know, and then all your insecurities are brought to the front of your brain. And it's been a very helpful tool to face these fears and come into this fight knowing and the unknown, you know, and there's still going to be an unknown, right? But like accepting that and knowing that it's okay.
Well, thank you for taking us through that, and good luck Friday, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right, last one here. Michael?
Hello, Juan. This is Mike from Mike Owens Media. Your last opponent, Patchy Mix, is a ground specialist, and your upcoming opponent, Sergio Pettis, is more of a stand-up fighter. I'd just like to know what your opinion is on fighting such contrasting styles back to back.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, I mean, I deal with that in the practice room all the time. You know, you got Brian Ortega, you got TJ Dillashaw, Cub Swanson, Georgie Karakhanyan. I mean, you got a real group of guys that have different strengths and weaknesses in their games. And to be able to deal with that every day and then go into fights like that, you're like, man, this is not what I expected. Like, this is awesome. So obviously there's scary moments in there and you get a little buzzed or you get a little controlled and you're worried about it, but it's not positions that I haven't been there before.
All right, Juan. Thank you very much for the time today and good luck on Friday.
Thank you guys.